We are going to analyze the data in the list called state. It is the unemployment rates by state in our country as of May 2005. The first thing we need to do is take a picture or graph a picture of the data. So on our worksheet, we are going to graph a histogram of the list state, and then we'll also quickly check the modified box plot to see if there are any official outliers. With our calculator, we should have ungrouped the list HSC2A, and by doing this, overwriting if need be, list state is now in our calculator. The list state also came from table 2.1 in our textbook on page 121. So you can type this list in yourself if you don't have that list state in your calculator. All right, the first step after making sure we have the list is to hit Y equals, make sure our plots are turned off and there is nothing being graphed in the equation. Choose second Y equals, turn our stat plot on and make it a histogram, and choose the list called state. Make sure the frequency says 1 and then hit zoom 9 for this window, and we receive a graph that looks like this. The next step would be to copy this onto your worksheet and then label the graph. The graph is unemployment 2005. So let's put state unemployment rates 2005, and the x-axis will be the rate and the y-axis will be the frequency. We also need for a window description. So by pressing the window button in your calculator, you can copy from this window our window coordinates, which are 2.7 to 7.7, and from negative 3.9 up to 15.2. All right, before we use our flowchart to analyze this picture, I'm going to take a quick look at the stat plot of the modified box plot for this distribution. And choosing zoom 9, I see quite a very nice picture. This one does not need to go on to your worksheet. I'm going to put it on our notes just so we can be reminded, if we need to be, that this distribution is in fact very nicely symmetric. Now we can write our words. This distribution is symmetric. It is bell-shaped. The mean and standard deviation can be used to analyze the data. There are no major outliers or major deviations to the pattern. So I'm not going to write a sentence about any of that. Okay, so right away I'm looking at what I think to be a very symmetric distribution. I'm now going to calculate the number summaries for this distribution, both the mean and the median. Both the mean and the standard deviation, as well as the 5-number summary. So to do that, we use our calculator and we choose Stat, Calculate, one variable statistics, making sure we put in List State. Hitting enter, I see my mean and my standard deviation. I'm going to copy these windows onto this slide screen. You don't need to copy these numbers down except for into the table that is listed for us. And now I can copy these numbers into my table. My minimum value is 2.7. First quartile is 4.1. The median is 4.8. The third quartile is 5.5. The maximum is 7.1. The mean is X bar, which is 4.90 if you round properly to 2 decimal places. And the standard deviation, which is the capital S sub X, is 0.98 properly to 2 decimal places.